everybody, and welcome to CBA News. It's news anchor Lorraine.
And news anchor Alana here today. We'll be doing something a little bit different. We're going to go live with our news reporter, Julius, and he'll be time traveling to when Morse code was invented so we can interview Samuel Morse. Yep, you heard us. We'll be time traveling back to 1842 to meet Samuel Morse.
If you don't know what Morse code is, we'll fill you in. Morse code was invented in 1838, and it was a way of communication in the 1800s. Morse code is made up of dots, dashes, and spaces that represent numbers, letters, and punctuation. Alright, we're ready for you, Julius.
Okay, sorry. But anyways, hello Samuel, how are you today?
I'm doing just fine. How about you today, Julius?
I'm doing great. What's this invention you have here?
This little thing is called a telegraph.
What does the telegraph do?
A telegraph is a device that sends electrical signals from far distances. It can be used to talk to people from far places, like from different states. It sends messages very fast as well.
Your invention must have helped lots of people. Did you know Abraham Lincoln did not use Morse code until the spring of 1857?
No, I did not know that. But I just have one question. Who is Abraham Lincoln?
Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president of the United States. He was an important figure in history because he managed to keep 7 states together. He ended slavery. He actually used Morse code to communicate with his generals on the field to find out the most recent information about the battles. He also used Morse code to send secret messages.
Oh, that's cool. He must be a really good guy.
Yes, he was. But anyways, why did you invent Morse code?
So I invented Morse code because I wanted to improve long-distance communication. Back then, people wrote letters, and it was given to stagecoaches. The stagecoaches were so slow that it'd take weeks for one letter to arrive to its destination.
Wow, I cannot imagine that.
I know, when I was in Washington, D.C., my father sent me a letter saying that my first wife, Marisha Walker, was gravely ill. I rushed to my home in Connecticut to see if she was well, but by the time I got there, she was dead. First of all, she was already being buried. That's why I wanted to make a form of long-distance communication.
That's tragic. It must have been hard for you. I'm sorry for your loss.
It's okay. I heal from the past.
That's good, Samuel, but we need to keep the interview going. When did you invent Morse code?
I made Morse code in 1838. What's the point if you can't find it?
Very nice, Samuel. I have one more question before we end this interview. How does a telegraph work?
This is a telegraph, and it can make beeps like this and dashes.
Wow, thanks for
Using Morse code.
Wow.
It sends electrical signals to another telegraph.
Wow, thanks for the explanation. Well, that wraps up our interview. Back to Moana. We're watching CBA News. We hope you've learned a lot about the telegraph Morse code from our interview today with Samuel Morse.
Make sure to stay tuned in for more CBA News. Have a good afternoon, everybody.